Right, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Predator figure by NECA. This is their special edition 100 Predator figure, and it is Alpha Predator, and here's the box. Really good looking drawing of the Alpha Predator. And on the back of the box it has a little info, and then a couple of pictures of Alpha. So let's get into it. Alright, and here we have Alpha outside of packaging, and some accessories are already on him, like the spear which he's holding, and then the sickle which is on his belt, and then comes with the mask right there, and then a star which I believe is some sort of a throwing star type of deal, and then you have a bunch of hands, and then two pieces of horns back here. I believe those are supposed to connect to the back side of him, but for now I'm just going to leave it off. And let's take a closer look at the Alpha right here. He is very white. His color is almost all white with the silver bits, a little silvery kind of white-ish. It has a little reflectiveness to it. Yeah, especially around the jaw area, like the jawbone, the mandibles. You can see it's kind of like a pearlescent type of white, and the dreads are all white. Then the armor, you can see the armor is all rubbery plastic, so it doesn't get in the way of articulation, which is nice. Then it has a bone spine type of belt. It's right here for the sickle. And then here you can see one of the accessories is a skeleton of a head of some sort of creature, the top portion of it, and then the bottom portion, the jaw portion, is over here on the side. Then armor pieces. The side, the armor piece wasn't glued on properly, so it fell off. I could easily glue that back on, but right now, for now, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. And then there it is. There's the rest of him. So let me turn him around so you guys can see the back of him as well. Alright, here's the back side. The dreads are amazing. It's really long, and then it does cover up the back portion of him quite a bit. And there's the skirt, rest of the armor, and I am not a fan of this mask right here. Yeah, it flares out too much. Eventually I think I'm gonna glue it down so it tugs in. The bottom, the side portion will tug in a little bit more, so the two teeth are gonna be sticking out more forward than right now across like that. Here are the rest of them you already saw, but yeah, the main thing is the biomask. Alright, and here's what he looks like with the biomask on. It looks really big for some reason because it flares out on the side right here, like these two pieces, the I guess mandible pieces. They flare out on the side, and you can see it's not attached to anything except for this end right there. So what I'm planning to do is that I'm going to try to glue this portion down closer to the cheek section, so right there, and then this portion is going to get tugged in, so it's going to squeeze in a little bit more, where it will actually look more like that. So when it's tugged in like that, so the teeth are going to be kind of sticking out forward, kind of like a berserker in a way. So that way the mask should look a lot nicer when it's all tucked in a little bit better, because right now it flares out. It makes it look really big on him. Okay, so this will illustrate a little bit better. So these two pieces are tucked in right there, and then same with this portion. The front portion will be tucked in a little bit. So when you look at it from the side, it will look more like that. So the teeth are going to be sticking pretty much forward like berserker, and then yeah, this way I think it looks much more menacing, much better too, and it doesn't look so big on the alpha. But I do really like the head sculpt of this one, so that's why for the most part when I have it on display, I usually do it without the mask on. And then as far as articulation, I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm just going to do it one hand if I can. Head is on a really good joint. It's a ball joint, and he could actually look up, so that is good. And then shoulders are just as we all expected, ball hinge joints. And then elbows are double jointed. So as for elbows, double jointed, so it can bend over 90 degrees. And then the wrists are on a hinge joint when it hinges inward and out. So yeah. And then as for the blade section right here, there's a the lower jar section, which is attached to a retractable blade, which is it's kind of hard to see, but when you lift this up, then you'll see the retractable blade down here, and it slides up and down a little bit. And then the jaw piece is held on with two little ball joints there. So if you want to, you can literally remove this and just have them like that. But you do see the two little ball joints right here. But here it could better illustrate how it retracts the blade. It retracts and extend. It's just on the track, that's all. So it's you have to physically move it around for it to extend. And then as far as torso is concerned, really good. There's a ball joint up here and then a ball joint around the waist. So here's how far he could arch back. But crunch is a little bit better. See, you can see you could do a better crunch than you could do arching back. And then as for the hips, these are ball hinge joints, and then thigh does rotate right there. And this is what I was talking about, that piece fell off. I just need to apply a little more glue here and it should be done. It should be okay. And then here there are two joints, they're double jointed knees, and then I believe it's a ball jointed ankles, and no toes articulation. And here's how far the knee could bend. Alright, here I got Alpha in a pose, in just a standing type of pose, nothing too special. He's holding on to the sickle, and then here on this arm he's getting ready to attack, or getting ready to pierce someone. And yeah, as far as the head, you can see he could turn so far off to the side that it's definitely great. And since there are no plasma caster to hinder his articulation, the range of motion for the head, it's quite awesome. And then with this guy, I'm very impressed with the abdominal section as well. Even with this armor piece on him that's surrounding his whole torso section, he can still do a lot of poses, which I'm very impressed about. And he looks fantastic. Yeah, the pearlescent white is nice. It's throughout the body. You could kind of see it. It's throughout the body. And yeah, you can see really nice. And just one thing is that I have to glue that thigh piece armor back on, but that's about it. Nothing too yeah, nothing that I would cry over. And here's the spear. There it is, really nice. And I like the colors came in. It's very bone color, I guess. But yeah, overall I am very impressed with this figure, and it's their 100th Predator figure, I guess. And yeah, fantastic. And I believe these are a little bit taller than the ones that I used to have, the ones that I reviewed before with the tribe and all that stuff. Those weren't the Ultimate. Ultimate are highly articulated and with all the accessories and everything, but I didn't realize that they're actually a little bit bigger too. Alright, then here's a size comparison between the I don't even remember this Predator's name. It is the last one I purchased from NECA, and yeah, this is the newer one, so it's not the smaller ones like they did back then. It has better articulation as well, but here you can see they're pretty much the same height, and I think if I stand Alpha straight up, he would be a little bit taller than this guy on the left here. Again, I don't remember the name. This one also has really good articulation, but the elbows, you can see they're pretty much just Marvel Legends type of articulation. And then I believe the knees are different though for this one. Yeah, the knees are different. It has the double jointed articulation. What's that? And then same with this guy. This one has double jointed here and double jointed there. So yeah, Alpha, totally worth getting. It's gonna set you back about $37 or so, I think, from Target. So yeah, definitely worth picking up. And if you just finished watching Prey, then you might want to go out and purchase some Predator figures again. So there you go. There's Alpha from NECA. Thanks for watching.